Today's Christmas spot, we're having a look at a very, very large box. And inside this box contains the Memory Lane Santa Claus is Coming to Town North Pole mail truck with SD Kluger action figure and mail bags. A very limited, very rare set that came from the Santa Claus is Coming to Town line. Luckily, I was able to pick this up from eBay a very, very long time ago. I got it for a good price. And just didn't get a chance to review it last year or the year before, so you guys get to view it this year. On the side, try me, press horn to hear Santa Claus is Coming to Town. You actually have to press that horn right there. I won't do it here because I want to wait until we get this out of package and then we can act out a scene and have some delightful fun. On the top of the package, there's a picture of SD Kluger. And on the side, there's another picture of SD Kluger with his North Pole mail truck. And lastly, on the back, you see all the characters. Collect all the Santa Claus Coming to Town action figures, holiday clip-on figurines, and play sets from the good folks at Memory Lane. On the side, again, SD Kluger. Truck has 2 audio modes. Try me plays 15-second sample of the song. Set switch to on and hear the full song. Posable SD Kluger fits inside the truck cab. Mail bags fit in the truck bed. Removable hat. Doors open and close. Real moving treads. And then, of course, of the figures from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, we have the Winter Warlock and Winter. We have the Burgermeister, Meisterburger. We got Grimsley, Miss Jessica, Kris Kringle, Tanta Kringle, and Topper. And actually, I think I pretty much reviewed all of these. I have actually reviewed Winter. So really, of this entire set, the only one that Spot really has not reviewed yet is the Winter Warlock. So maybe that will happen next year. I don't know. It's possible. You can go to www.playingmantis.com for see all the the delectable. That still doesn't work. Fantastic. Let's stick with fantastic and we'll just run with that. So the fantastic things that the good folks at Playing Mantis are putting out there, you can go to playingmantis.com. Also available, Santa Claus is Coming to Town on DVD and VHS. Not so much on DVD, or not so much on VHS, more so on DVD. Perhaps also Blu-ray, I don't know. Is there a year on here? 2004, in case you were wondering. Well, I am going to take myself a considerable break. I'm going to get this all opened up and out of package. When we come back, we're going to have a look at SD Kluger with the North Pole mail truck. Hope you guys are excited. This is a big one. Don't go anywhere, guys. More magic is on the way. For starters, you get yourself 2 bags of mail. 2 bags. They're actually, even though they're same mold, they seem to have different stamps and different writing on there. For example, we got Santa Claus North Pole, Santa Claus North Pole, but again, different writing. So a nice little added touch. I suppose they could have easily just made the exact same envelopes, but it's nice that they did that. I mean, granted, these are all just stickers, the exact same envelopes, same pieces of plastic, but some nice detail work on the front. U.S. mail. There you go. Oh, and by the way, the envelopes actually don't come out. They're permanently in there, which is good. So they're not going to fall anywhere. You can take the bags of mail, put it into the truck, and we'll put the one on the other side there. There we go. And you got the truck full of mail. Now, before we actually have a look at the truck, let's have a look at SD Kluger. I'm just going to move the truck over here. SD Kluger, what is it? I think it's Fred Astaire, right? Fred Astaire. It does look like him. He's got himself a little hat, which you can take off. And some nice sculpted work on the hair and head of SD Kluger. Dated 2004 on the back of his jacket there. And his hat says Post. On the underside, there's actually a magnet in there, which gives, for starters, some extra weight in the hat, but also you can peg it onto his head and it's not really going to go anywhere. I suppose if you tip it up, no, even if you tip it upside down, the blizzard test also works. I love the fact that they put a magnet in there and not a peg, because then you could take the hat off and there's no big hole in SD Kluger's head, which is a really good thing. Some things I don't like necessarily about the figure is the fact that his arms are extremely, extremely long. Really thinking his arms didn't need to be this long. I don't remember them being this long in the actual special. And while looking at it initially, you may think to yourself that the arms are not articulated. There is actually a wire frame inside these arms. So you can have his arms bent, if you will. You can have him driving, which I'm sure is how I'm going to have him in the actual truck anyways. I'm not going to have him standing next to the truck. That makes no sense. But I really like the detail. Nice detail work on the actual figure itself. In the way of his articulation, SD Kluger's head rotates left and right. You can kind of have his hat to the side if you want. Kind of like that. His legs go forward and back. They bend at the knee. A rotation at his boot. You can even see his striped socks. Can you see that? Striped socks right there. There is a waist swivel as well. And that's it. That is it. Again, his arms are on a pipe cleaner, so SD Kluger on his own, if I probably give him a rating, I would probably give him a 5.5. A very magical 5.5 right there. Like the figure, but obviously the real reason I would get this figure is the real reason why this set is so cool. It's the truck. The truck is awesome. And I'll just take SD Kluger. I'll just move him to the side, just off camera. He'll just sit there and drop his hat. The mail truck I like quite a bit. Unfortunately, as much as I love the truck, the one plaguing problem that this truck has is probably something that, looking at it, you can probably ballpark yourself. Now look at this truck and you think to yourself, what would be wrong with this truck? It looks like it did in the show. No sticker work or anything like that. That's actually part of the plastic, which is nice. It has rolling treads. Actual rolling treads with rubber treads. So that's good. What could possibly be wrong with this? Well, the problem is, unfortunately, there's so much on this truck that is extremely fragile. For starters, the stairwell, the step, is an extremely... Actually, really, the problem with all of the pieces on the truck, for the most part, is that they're made from a very fragile plastic. So like the step is an extremely fragile plastic. These skis are extremely, extremely fragile. This piece up here, especially the crank in the front, I worry that would break if you're not too careful. It does look like it rotates, but I wouldn't play around with it too much. And finally, the steering wheel is extremely fragile as well. Really a shame because, you know, the hard part with such a collectible like this, if you take it out and you put it out on Christmas time, where do you put it when you're finished with it? I would say that your best bet is keep the box. Keep the box, put it back in the box when you're finished, so that this is not going to get dropped. You're not going to put it in a tote with other things, because ruffling this around in a tote with other toys, the other toys might survive. This probably would get broken, I'm afraid. Some of the other features on the actual truck, well, for starters, he has wheels. It has wheels on the skis, so it will roll. Probably not well, at least on this set, but it does roll. There is a battery compartment right under here. This is where you're actually going to change the battery, and right now it's on try and it's on. There's try, off, and on. I would probably suggest too another bit of recommendation on Spot's part. I would say if you have something like this, or really anything battery operated, and you don't use it very often, I would take those batteries out when you're not using it, so that those batteries don't leak. Because the coolest thing about this truck, you would hate to have next year find out it doesn't work because the batteries have leaked inside. Again, the back compartment where the mail is held. It also has opening doors, which I'll just, there we go, open on the one side, and they open on the other side. There are clips inside, but I guess those are just to peg the stairwell in. So what you can do is you can take SD Kluger here, and I guess we're just going to move his legs forward a bit, bend the knees, maybe move his arms out of the way a little bit. Oh, can't forget his hat, can't forget his hat. Maybe I might have to put his hat on after he gets into the... You know what? I'll do that. I'll put him in first, and then we'll worry about his hat later. His hat is not a big deal. I can always add that later. And we're just going to slip him into his truck, like so. And we'll get the hands on the steering wheel, like so. And you know what we might do? I might even just have his head partially leaning out and leaning to the side, kind of like he did in the show. And then I can put the hat on. Because as you can see, his hat goes a little higher than it would if you have his head inside the truck. You're not going to fit the hat. So I might just do it like that. It means that he kind of levitates from off his seat, but at least you can get his hat on. And I think that's definitely a win-win. So there you go. That is the truck. That is SD Kluger inside the truck. How cool is this? Now obviously there is one other gimmick, one other main thing. It's this button right here. Right here where the horn is. When you press it, now I've got it on trial right now. When you press it, watch the magic. And as you can see in the trial mode, it only plays about 15 seconds or so of the clip, the song clip. Now, if you were to flip it upside down, I really should have done this later, but if you flip it upside down, switch it to on, now what it will do is it'll play the entire song. Now, I won't play the entire song just yet. Maybe we'll play it at the end of the review and give you guys a little treat. But overall, I love this. I absolutely love this set. Again, it's such a shame that so much of it is fragile that I would be definitely cautious about storing it. That I am going to keep the box. I'm going to keep the box. I'm going to put it back in the box, and I'm going to keep it for safekeeping until next year. If you can find it, and likely if you are collecting these, you're probably my age if you're collecting these because you grew up with this likely. Your best bet probably is now eBay, and I think I've seen this go anywhere up to about $80 to $100. So again, like it's a little rare. It's a little more pricey than some of the other pieces out there. But if you can find it, I would definitely say worth it. Even if you don't get the rest of Santa Claus Come Down figures, if you weren't going to get one piece, I would say get this piece here and just have this on display at Christmas time. Very, very awesome indeed. There you go. There you go, guys. Today's Christmas spot, while we were having a look at the Memory Lane SD Kluger with the mail truck. Little post truck. Thanks for watching, guys. I think we'll play this out and I'll wrap this review up here. Certainly stick around, guys. Certainly stick around.
Behave yourselves, because Santa can still look into his magic snowball.
Absolutely.
And see just what you're up to. Now that you know all about him.
So with that, guys, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for another Christmas spot. Play it out, Kluger.